I go to Southern. Some of you might not know this. I'm a pretty impulsive guy. God called me to be a pastor. I said, God has called me to be a pastor. I got to go. I didn't look up the school. I didn't look up where it was. I didn't look up how much it cost. I didn't even see how it looked like until I got there for my first day of class. I just showed up like an insane person. And when I got there, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm going to go be a pastor. Where's the meat, guys? And they go like, what do you mean, meat? I'm like, what do you mean, no meat? Well, no, man. Here, why don't you try these Big Franks? No, not my style. Not my style, not at all. Friday night comes around, and I'm looking around at my buddies. All right, guys, where are we headed? Let's hang out. What do you mean, where are we headed, man? It's 10 o'clock. We got to go to bed. We got to be up tomorrow for Hebrew at 6. Come on. And you can't do your morning run if you don't go to bed at like 9:30. All right, maybe it's a healthy thing, but that was insane to me. It's just not what I was used to. When I was at Southern, I used to knock on doors, try to get Bible studies. With me was a guy who had grown up in Collegedale his whole life. One day, we got to talking, as you do when you work with someone. And he says to me, he asked me about where I've been. I've had the pleasure of traveling quite a bit, and I enjoy it. And because of that, I was able to tell him some things, and eventually, naturally, I say, all right, where have you been? He said, well, not really anywhere. So what do you mean? And he goes like, well, I was born in Collegedale. I went to Collegedale Elementary. Then I went to Collegedale Middle School. Then I went to Collegedale High School. And now I'm at Southern, which is right next to those schools. And I was like, dude, your whole life has been 5 square miles? And he goes like, yeah. And I was like, oh, Lord, I don't think I can fathom that. So then you have to think, how does that happen? How do you get there? This is my guess. And again, I'm not trying to bash anybody who lives there or enjoys that lifestyle. If you feel offended, I'm sorry, but it's just my thoughts. But in my mind, this happens when we fall so deeply in love with our Savior that we forget the ones He came to save.